Hey, I'm Chris, and today we're answering a question you've probably asked yourself. Do caffeine and alcohol actually destroy your sleep? Or can you enjoy them without consequences? Welcome to Evidence That Works. Everything we say here is based on peer-reviewed scientific studies that you can find linked in the description. Let's dive in. This is the fourth video in our complete series about sleep. In the first video, we talked about how many hours you actually need. In the second video, we covered the 7 steps for a perfect bedtime routine. In the third video, we explored blue light and screens. Today, we're tackling 2 of the most common substances people consume, caffeine and alcohol. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Both of them are probably affecting your sleep quality more than you realize. But the mechanisms are completely different, so stick around, because this could change how you consume both. Let's start with caffeine. Caffeine is a stimulant. It works by blocking adenosine receptors in your brain. Adenosine is a chemical that builds up throughout the day and makes you feel tired. Caffeine blocks it, so you feel more alert. But here's the problem. Caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 6 hours. That means if you drink coffee at 4 p.m., half of it is still in your system at 10 p.m. A quarter of it is still there at 4 a.m. A study from Wayne State University found that caffeine consumed 6 hours before bed reduced sleep quality by 41%. 41%. That's not just feeling slightly awake, that's your entire sleep architecture being disrupted. Another study from Harvard Medical School found that caffeine reduced total sleep time by an average of 45 minutes. 45 minutes per night. That adds up to over 5 hours per week, over 20 hours per month. But it's not just about falling asleep. Caffeine affects sleep stages. It reduces deep, slow-wave sleep. This is the most restorative stage of sleep. A study from the University of California found that caffeine reduced deep sleep by up to 30%. 30%. That's the difference between waking up refreshed or waking up exhausted. Now let's talk about alcohol. This is where it gets interesting. Alcohol is a depressant. It makes you feel sleepy. Many people use it as a sleep aid. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Alcohol is one of the worst things for your sleep quality. A study from the University of Melbourne found that alcohol before bed reduced sleep quality by 24%. 24%. But the mechanism is completely different from caffeine. Alcohol fragments your sleep. You might fall asleep faster, but you wake up more often during the night. A study from Stanford University found that alcohol increased nighttime awakenings by up to 50%. 50%. You might not remember these awakenings, but they disrupt your sleep cycles. Another study from the University of Colorado found that alcohol suppressed REM sleep by up to 35%. 35%. REM sleep is crucial for memory consolidation, emotional processing, and cognitive function. Alcohol also affects your breathing. It relaxes the muscles in your throat. This can worsen snoring and sleep apnea. A study from the National Sleep Foundation found that alcohol increased the severity of sleep apnea by up to 40%. 40%. If you have sleep apnea and don't know it, alcohol can make it much worse. Now let's talk about timing. When should you stop consuming caffeine? The research is clear, at least 6 hours before bed, ideally 8 to 10 hours. A study from Wayne State University found that caffeine consumed 8 hours before bed still reduced sleep quality by 16%. 16%. So the earlier you stop, the better. If you go to bed at 10 p.m., stop caffeine by 2 p.m. Ideally noon. For alcohol, the timing is different. You need at least 3 hours between your last drink and bedtime. A study from the University of Melbourne found that alcohol consumed 3 hours before bed still reduced sleep quality by 12%. 12%. But it's better than drinking right before bed. The key is giving your body time to metabolize the alcohol before you sleep. Now let's talk about individual variation. Not everyone processes caffeine the same way. There's a gene called CYP1A2 that determines how fast you metabolize caffeine. Some people are fast metabolizers. They can drink coffee at dinner and sleep fine. Others are slow metabolizers. They feel the effects for much longer. A study from the University of Toronto found that slow metabolizers had 67% higher risk of sleep problems from caffeine. 67%. The same applies to alcohol. Some people metabolize alcohol faster than others. Women generally metabolize alcohol slower than men. Older adults metabolize it slower than younger adults. If you're a slow metabolizer, you need more time between consumption and sleep. Now let's talk about practical strategies. 7 strategies that actually work. Strategy number 1, set a caffeine curfew. 2 p.m. is a good cutoff for most people. If you're a slow metabolizer, make it noon. Stick to it consistently. Your body will adjust. Strategy number 2, track your caffeine intake. Most people underestimate how much caffeine they consume. Coffee, tea, soda, energy drinks, chocolate, it all adds up. A typical cup of coffee has 95 milligrams of caffeine. Energy drinks can have 200 milligrams or more. Keep a log for 1 week. You might be surprised. Strategy number 3, gradually reduce caffeine if needed. If you're consuming a lot, don't quit cold turkey. You'll get withdrawal headaches. Reduce by 25% per week. Your body will adjust without withdrawal symptoms. Strategy number 4, limit alcohol to 1 or 2 drinks maximum. More than that significantly impacts sleep. A study from the University of Colorado found that 3 or more drinks reduced sleep quality by 40%. 40%. 1 drink has minimal impact. 3 drinks has major impact. Strategy number 5, never use alcohol as a sleep aid. This is crucial. It might help you fall asleep faster, but it destroys your sleep quality. There are better solutions. We covered them in video 2. Use those instead. Strategy number 6, hydrate well. Both caffeine and alcohol are diuretics. They make you lose water. Dehydration affects sleep quality. Drink water throughout the day, especially if you consume caffeine or alcohol. Strategy number 7, consider caffeine-free alternatives in the afternoon. Herbal tea, decaf coffee, water. There are plenty of options. You don't have to give up caffeine entirely. Just time it correctly. How long until you see results? Some benefits are immediate. Better sleep onset, less nighttime awakening. But the full benefits take time. 2 to 4 weeks minimum. Your body needs time to adjust. Your sleep architecture needs to normalize. Consistency is key. You don't need to be perfect. If you have a special occasion, that's okay. Get back on track the next day. Progress beats perfection every time. Start with 1 strategy, master it, then add more. Maybe start with a caffeine curfew. Once that feels automatic, limit alcohol. Then track your intake. Build gradually. The bottom line is simple, but not easy. Caffeine and alcohol do affect your sleep. The science is clear. 41% sleep quality reduction from caffeine. 24% from alcohol. 35% REM suppression. These are significant numbers. 7. Caffeine curfew. Track intake. Gradually reduce. Limit alcohol. Never use alcohol as sleep aid. Hydrate well. Caffeine-free alternatives. Your sleep depends on this. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. 1 bad night won't kill you, but months of poor substance use before bed will seriously affect your health. Every night is an opportunity, an investment in your future. If this video is going to help you optimize your caffeine and alcohol consumption, subscribe and hit the like button. The complete studies are linked in the description. This is evidence that works. I'm